Azunke parin legba azunke parin legba mais l'argent cassé washo azunke valele parin vodou legba azunke parin legba azunke parin legba l'argent cassé washo azunke parin legba azunke parin legba mais l'argent cassé washo azunke valele parin vodou legba azunke parin legba azunke parin legba l'argent cassé washo azunke parin legba parin legba l'argent cassé washo azunke valele parin vodou legba azunke parin legba azunke ma prele azunke parin legba l'argent cassé washo azunke parin legba oui azunke o parin novo oui, parin novo tous les matins. Parin legba, mais l'argent cassé washo. Azunke, valele marin vodou legba. Azunke, parin legba, azunke. Azunke, parin legba, l'argent cassé washo. Azunke, parin legba, azunke, parin novo tous les. Papa legba. L'argent cassé washo azunke marele parin vodou legba azunke parin legba azunke ma brele azunke parin legba l'argent cassé washo azunke parin legba papa legba mais l'argent cassé washo azunke marele parin vodou legba azunke parin legba azunke parin legba l'argent cassé washo azunke parin legba azunke parin nou vodou le marin nou papa legba gadjan l'argent cassé washo azunke valele parin vodou legba azunke parin legba azunke ma brele.
All right, y'all. Hello. Good evening. Hey. You know what? I wasn't even planning on playing that Papa Legba mantra. I wasn't even planning on playing that, but it just played itself. So I just let it. I said, let the music play. Something, something, something. Hey, Jen, how are you? Hey, y'all. I won't be here long, but I wanted to come and speak about something real quick, and I want y'all to be real careful. Now, I've been watching that show, The Rest of Us, which basically that show, it comes on HBO Max. It is based upon Cordyceps, which is a fungi that is affecting insects. Okay. Yeah, The Last of Us. I said The Rest of Us. Sorry. Yeah, The Last of Us. Well, they made it into a show, but it's actually based upon reality. Did you know that it's based upon reality? It's based upon a fungi that affects insects, and there's actually a couple of videos on it on YouTube if you guys want to look at it. I don't believe that. I believe that it is a I believe it does affect some people. Okay. Everybody can believe whatever they want to believe. I believe that it can. Okay. But I think that it affects us differently. Okay. I believe that it affects us differently. Now, also, toxoplasmosis is actually a mind control fungus or germ. So y'all might want to look that up. Right, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. Okay, Gleefus, why are you in here already trying to debunk what I'm saying? You haven't even heard what I was gonna say. Exactly. It would make us sick. How would it affect us? How would it actually affect us? What's the first thing that's affected when you are sick? Your mind is usually affected because your mind has to send signals to the rest of yourself that you're sick. Okay? Your mind has to tell the rest of yourself that you're sick. So it's still sick. It's still sick. And I'm going to tell you how I can tell that this particular thing is affecting people. Whenever somebody is saying something that makes absolutely no sense, okay? I believe that that zombie virus is affecting some people. I think that it would depend on how you already exist mentally. If you already have a few marbles missing, I believe that it can afflict them. I believe also it's probably the immune system as well. If you don't have a very good immune system, I believe that you can be affected, and I believe that it affects people at a mind level, right? So, for example, maybe it's not going to cause us to eat each other's brains or try to eat human flesh. Maybe that's not what it's going to do, but it's probably going to cause other things. Like, for example, people saying things that don't make any sense, people actually sitting down and thinking and rationalizing something, but when they put it out there in thought, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. And I think that I am of an opinion that all viruses and things of that nature are spiritual. That's just me. You don't have to believe that. But let's say, for example, let's say that, okay. So let's say, because I believe that it affects gang stalkers, okay? I'm just going to come straight out and say it. Let's say that you were a target of a group of gang stalkers, right? And let's say that the group of gang stalkers were attacking your children and you had to say things about it publicly. How would a gang stalker rationalize you fighting back or saying something publicly and informing the public about what the gang stalking group is doing? How does a human being rationalize that to say you're a part of that? How do you do that? How do you do that? That's just like saying, hey, somebody raped me. Oh, that means that you a part of that. What? Yeah, you're a part of that. Let's say you get gang raped or something, or or somebody busts in your house and do a home invasion on your house. Oh, and you go and you talk about it. And what if a person said to you, you know what? I think you're a part of that, huh? I think that you're a part of the group of people that gang raped you, home invaded your home. Excuse me? I believe that it affects humans by not allowing them to think. straight or properly. And when you look at it, and I believe that it makes human beings stupid. That's what I think it does. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey, Christian the emo witch. How do you rationalize that? That's just like if a stalker comes up to my door and says, "Hey, Jamila, let me in your house and let me be inside of your house." And I say, "No, no, I'm calling the police." And I come on here, right? And I speak of that experience. And what is the person going to say? Yeah, but she was a part of me. I'm a part of her. She's a part of. People are going to look at that person like they're crazy. That's insane. I don't have any kind of cordyceps infection. I'm not going to hurt my own family. I'm not going to bring in energy that's going to do harm to my own family. Of course, every single day when you go and y'all get out in your cars, or when I go up to the store or go, maybe to the post office or something, that's a low risk that you're taking. I mean, you never know if you walk into a gas station, there could be a probability that maybe you could get caught up in a robbery or something, or armed robbery at the exact time that you go up in there. But, why in the world would somebody try to rationalize it by saying you're a part of this? So, I'm going to, no, I'm not. And even if I were a part of, even if I were to decide that I was going to become a part of a group of people, I'm not going to be okay with them doing that. So in that case, in retrospect, which I have never, ever, ever in my life, even in high school, I only had like one or two good friends. I don't care about having friends. I think the reason why people become a part of that is because they want friends. They want to be able to say, "Hey, I've got 5 friends over there." You know what I'm saying? I may be funny. I've always been naturally funny. This is how I've been my whole life. I've always been charismatic. I've always been able to make people laugh. Okay, that has nothing to do with that. I'm sorry, you're not going to rationalize to me. No, I'm not a part of that. If you make any moves to do harm to my children, you're gonna catch some hell, straight up and down. I don't know what the point is. I don't know if it makes them feel better about it. I don't know if they expect, and you know what, how you can tell when people are crazy? When they do things to you and they expect for you to not say anything back. That's just like saying, hey, I just hit you upside the head with a piece of cornbread. Why'd you hit me back? Hey, that's just like if somebody coming to you and say, "Hey, you're a stupid bitch." And you say, "You're a stupid bitch." Huh? You're part of me. We're together on this. We're together. No, no, you're not a part of me. Okay. I'm ready to punch you in your damn face because I'm not used to having people come up to me and talk about me. I listen, I know what I'm talking about. It causes people not to be able to reason and rationalize. I believe, and this is my prediction. Here's my prediction. Okay. Here's my prediction. My prediction is that in the next couple of years, they are going to expose people being afflicted by cordyceps. And one of the symptoms is going to be able to not rationalize, what they're saying, or to not be able to think straight. You'd have to be a person that doesn't think straight. I'm a public figure, right? There's a lot of people on here, they just vlog. They just like to come on here and vlog. I'm a public figure. I got some crazy stuff going on, right? Right. I got folks spreading rumors about me. I'm just supposed to sit here and say nothing or do nothing. So that would mean that the people that are doing that obviously can't rationalize. And when you look at any kind of zombie, this is somebody that is outside of any type of realm of human thinking, because an insect is not a human. And then keep in mind that it is suspected that some of us, not me, I'm not a descendant of an insectoid. Okay. Keep that in mind. Some people are descendants of insectoids, okay, which is a alien race of people. So perhaps insectoids are able to become infected by cordyceps. Hey, whether or not we call it rabies, whether or not we call it cordyceps, okay, glephus. Christian said, Christian said, I'd rather be a hermit from society. I'm definitely not insecticide. No, I am not. No, no, no. Definitely not. I'm definitely a descendant of a more advanced human race or whatever you want to call it. Okay. They're gonna find watch. I'm telling y'all, watch. The CDC is going to end up locking these people up because they just gonna be and you know what is scary? Because what if you go to McDonald's and you got this crazy person working there? There was actually a really good show on Netflix, and it was like a little mini series, or was it a movie? Basically, these people that was working at, like, it was like a fake FedEx warehouse, and they were all becoming infected by a zombie virus, and they were like throwing up and like slobbering all over the packages as they were sending them out. I cannot think of the name of that series. I'm gonna have to find it. What if you go to McDonald's one day and some crazy person, that not crazy person, let's say some person that's infected, they decide, perhaps I should put chlorine bleach a little bit inside of the fries while I'm cooking them. Or maybe I should put a couple of drops of this bleach on this burger, and serve it to a customer. Okay. You see what I'm saying? That like I'm telling y'all, I bet you it's gonna happen. That's why I was kind of afraid to watch that show at first, because I said they trying to tell us something. I'm telling you. I believe that there are people that are factually infected with that cordyceps. And I believe that one of the symptoms is going to be saying things that don't make sense. Saying things that don't make sense. Doing things that don't make sense. But I don't believe that they really want to do that because of that, maybe that agenda that's going on or something. Because I just think that that's weird. First of all, I work really, really hard to be a solitary witch. I love being a solitary witch, even though I am getting my coven together slowly but surely. I have a couple of people already picked out that I want to be in my coven, right? But right now, I just kind of go to spirit. I go to my goddesses. They're my coven. Okay. I'm not a part of any group whatsoever. Why these people want to claim me, I have no idea. If you attack my kid, or you attack my family, I'm going to go to the media with it. That's typically what people do. People use the media all the time to spread public knowledge about what people are doing. And so how you figure I'm a part of that, I'm not, and why? What were you trying to force me to be? Was this some kind of gang? I'm not into that stuff. I'm not a part of gang. Mm-mm. I got my whole separate thing going on right here, my real life outside of that, and then I have my business that I run on that I run, and I use YouTube to advertise my company. Period. Okay. Responding to somebody doing or saying something crazy to you doesn't mean that you're a part of a whole other group. And see, to be a part of that, you have to be plotting and scheming and trying to keep the stuff going behind the scenes. No, I'm trying to kill it. I'm trying to destroy the whole concept. I think it's disgusting and harmful. I think that it makes Black people look bad. I think that it makes people of all races a part of it look stupid and bad. Okay, you cannot claim me. Period. And these people are always trying to claim me. Like, what you? No, leave that alone. I'm not a part of that. And they will rationalize it. I believe that most people that talk like that and do this, if that's all that you can rationalize in your mind, I understand there are ignorant people in this world, and I believe that a lot of times ignorance begets ignorance, and I believe in breaking cycles of ignorance. I do. Okay. Hey, Shamika. Good afternoon. I believe in breaking the cycle of ignorance. Okay, because there's some people they don't have nothing but something ignorant to say, and when they are trying to say something intelligent, they usually have to have some kind of victim. You can get your point across without trying to have somebody, some, especially if it's an innocent person. Okay, but at the end of the day, so you mean to tell me that I'm gonna be stupid enough to become a part of a group where everybody hates each other and only pretends to be cool? No, I like real things. I'll never be a part of that group. Never. I'll never be a part of that group. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And why are you saying that again? Because I'm Black? Because I'm Black? I actually think ignorantly like that. No, I don't. And I think that people have to be serious about that. I have to be serious about that. No, I am not. I am not, because I am just not. I didn't just get up one day and turn on my camera and decide I'm gonna come on here and act a fool. No, I acted a fool over my babies. I acted a fool over my children. Over my children. I will cuss you up, down, and sideways and flip you upside down over my babies. I gave birth to them. And a lot of people, but see, there's some people that will give birth to children, and this doesn't matter the race. They feel no parental instincts or bond with those children. See, I'm not like that. Anybody that's connected with me, I can feel them. Even my clients sometimes, like sometimes my clients will be sitting there and all of a sudden I'll just pop up and call them and they be like, I was just thinking about you. And I'll just call them. I just have that kind of intuition. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm their mama. I'm not my client's mama. I'm not talking about LGBTQ. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about cordyceps. I'm talking about I ain't no no no. I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay. I ain't Macy Gray. I'm not gonna do that because they no no no. I don't mess around like that. I don't talk about things like that. It is not politically correct to talk about things like that. So I'm not. Okay. But because it's not fair to judge everybody. It's not, I don't believe in judging a group of people for anything. I don't believe in that. So no, I'm saying that cordyceps, I do not believe that it cannot affect humans. I believe that we are watching it affect humans every single day. Okay. I believe we're watching it happen. We're watching it on the news. We're watching even some people that are in a position of power be affected like that, to the point where they are disconnected from anything that makes them human so that they can rationalize. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something about empathy. Empathy is when you can actually sit and understand a person. There are some people that don't have any understanding of anything, and I do believe that cordyceps can factually be transferred sexually. Yes, I do. So I don't agree with nothing you saying, Gleefus. Okay, yep. Just like my boy Donald said, yep, invisible infection. Yep. Well, all infections are invisible to the naked eye until they start showing on a person's person, until somebody starts drooling and leaking things out of their eye sockets. Yeah, viruses always look invisible to the naked eye. You have to see all that stuff under a microscope. Even germs, nobody can sit there and look and actually see a germ wiggling around. I mean, we mix it with 50% bleach and we spray it. You know what I'm saying? By the way, when you're mixing your bleach, especially right now, make sure you mix just enough for maybe 1 or 2 days and redo it, because your bleach solutions will lose power after a day or so. Okay. No, I don't think you have to die. I think that it is affecting people's brains. I think it is. However, they pick it up, maybe they may have touched something in nature and their immune system didn't, because I saw a video on it, and the video says we infected our insects with a zombie virus. Okay. I believe that the CDC is already preparing us for that. They've said it in so many words. If you go to the CDC website, you are going to see survival tips for the zombie apocalypse. Go look it up. And I can imagine that, probably what the antidote is for it is probably herbs, probably wormwood. Wormwood is really really good, and probably a few others are really really good in clearing up things like that. Okay. But I think that a person that never touches a herb, doesn't know anything about it, tells Jamila that she's dumb and stupid for even believing in the power of herbs. I believe that a person like that is not going to have access or even provide that to themselves. Some people's immune system is so powerful that it will fight it off instantly. But some people don't have a good immune system. Some people's immune system is shot for whatever reason. They don't have a good immune system. Okay. And I believe it's affecting people. No mother is going to become a part of something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a part of that. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Yeah, can you do something else to hurt my children? Yeah, I'd like to see you do that. Yeah. No, who does that? Who does that? Like, it's so bizarre. It's almost like it's almost like they say things that they want people to believe, but no rational intelligent person would ever believe that, and they're still carrying on these lie. That's a lie. That's a blatant lie. And until you stop lying, I'm going to continue to speak against what you're saying, because I believe that the reason why they want to claim me is because they want to mix it and construe it and make it seem like I'm a part of it in order to validate the stupid stuff that they do. I'm never validating you. They want to use me for validation while at the same time insulting me. Even if they weren't insulting me, I would still be insulting them and what they're doing. I think it's stupid. I'd rather sit here and watch the movie Twister with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt in it. I would rather not think about it at all. But because the whole consciousness behind it is there, I have to say it. I have to say to the public. That's just like if somebody were to go around telling a lie on you, especially a sexual lie. You're not going to be okay with that. You're going to go and you're going to say, hey, that never happened. Let me go on. I'm going to say this. That never, okay. It's 2023. If you will stop saying it, there will be no need for me to debunk what you're saying. Stop saying it, because I'm always going to speak my piece. You're not going to shut me up. You're not going to back me up into a corner. You're not going, because I'm trying to figure out, what is this all about here? I don't know any insider information. I don't care. I don't want to know. I'm not affected. None of those people can contact me and say, hey, 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 you just can't do it. Because I'm going to say to you, hey, listen, you need to get a life. You're going to say, huh? You need to get a life, huh? You need to find something else better to do. than what you're doing. I don't agree with what you're doing. And stop trying to make it seem like it's a black thing. Okay? Stop trying to make it seem like that, please. Because I'm going to debunk what you say. Okay? I've never swatted anybody. I've never filed a false report. Never done anything. Don't make moves like that. I've never made moves like that in my life. If I want to get to you, I'm just gonna curse you. I'm not gonna do all that. So, what's the deal here? Okay, and it just is what it is. Okay. And I hope that I can imagine that the people that follow me, that especially those of you that have been knowing what's going on for the past several years, and see, I also think that it's also an opinion about religion. Did y'all see that video that I shared to my community wall with the pastor that was on there literally slandering Beyonce and her family, trying to decode something? Why don't you can't even decode your own Bible? What are you trying to decode that for? Decode your own Bible and then come and try to decode something else. I didn't even want to speak about that today. In fact, Spirit don't even want me to speak about it because, listen, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with that. I think that it can give you a foundation as a child. But I think that I believe that there are some of us that was meant to expand our knowledge. And I'm one of them. And maybe Beyonce is one of them too. I believe that religion hits the black community different than it hits other communities. Because religion does nothing but create division, judgment, and suffering in the black community as opposed to other communities where it's love and light. So I don't agree with that. Right. Right. I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with people forcing their religion on nobody. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And like so much hatred. I believe that it just gives people another reason to be divided and hate each other. So this woman was really on there speaking passionately about her hate for Beyonce. And I was just like, really? I was like, this is evil. This is disgusting. Does she actually know this woman personally to be speaking this way? That's why I couldn't be no real famous, bro. I don't want no fame. I don't want no fame ever because I swear, and it was, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. All kind of weird things happen when Beyonce either gave birth to or adopted her firstborn child. Now I know she gave birth to them twins, and I believe that she may be pregnant again. I don't know about the deflatable stomach. Maybe she hid her pregnancy while she was actually pregnant, and perhaps Blue Ivy did come from her directly, and maybe she can tell the public whatever she wants. If she wants to announce that she had a baby a year later and say, "Hey, I got a newborn baby," but the baby is actually 1 year old, that's her business. But I saw a bunch of crazy people. I don't know what, like, I looked at a video. It's still up. Go look it up. Where they said Blue Ivy is a doll. That's when it was confirmed for me that it was a bunch of crazy people in this world. So there, and we done seen this little girl grow up. So what good did your discernment? Is that what your discernment told you? Because we can all tell this the same baby from back then. The baby still looked the same. The only thing is that she grew into her looks. She looks just like her father. babies look different when they're first born. So they said that the baby was a doll. We can sit here and look at this baby moving around. The first time we saw that baby, and they made a video talking about Blue Ivy is a doll. Look at how her leg looks. Her leg is not moving. It's a still shot. It was a picture, right? So listen, we got crazy people in this world. Listen, okay, I want y'all to listen. They had taken pictures of Blue Ivy for the tabloids, right? And the tabloid ad had nothing to do with her being a doll. It was just Blue Ivy, right? This is Blue Ivy. Somebody saw a photograph of Blue Ivy and said it can't be a real baby because the baby is not moving. How is a person supposed to be moving in a still photograph? Y'all explain that to me. Explain it. Explain. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Unless we use some kind of app with artificial intelligence, because now they have apps that you can take a still photo of yourself and you can make it move. This was 10 years ago. So what did she expect? Did she expect somebody? Do these people, these crazy people, expect for people to still be moving in a still photo shot? I'm trying to figure this out. They crazy. That's what I'm saying. What is wrong with people? If your mind cannot rationalize, okay, I'm looking at a photograph of somebody and they're not moving, but I'm going to come to YouTube and try to convince somebody else that this person is not real because they're not moving in a still photograph. And see, people like that, you can't listen to people like that. You pat them on the head and you say, okay, oh, did you take your medication today, honey? Oh, go sit down somewhere. Hey, Ziana, greetings to you too. So I don't get it. I don't get it. And then another thing, and I guess that's just because of me. Since I've become a witch, it's not witchcraft is not real. No. It's just that Jamila is crazy. So I would have had to have been 5 years old running around with a with a with a magical wand. And so if somebody is it doesn't practice witchcraft their whole life, okay, because I had somebody this is a female. I had a female say that I wasn't actually a witch, that I was crazy because when she knew me, I wasn't a witch. So that meant that I couldn't be a witch. Is it possible that maybe perhaps I've always been a witch, but I never embraced it until I was in my mid to late 30s? That's not possible. So I would have had to have ran around here with a magical wand from the time I was 5 or 6 years old, casting spells. No. So it just y'all, and that's why I'm saying some people, I believe that some people have a demonic influence to influence people, but I believe that they can influence people towards stupidity. Everybody's influence is not good. I mean, obviously it's good for Jamila to influence you because I'm speaking very rationally. And I'm a realist, but when some people are influencing people, it's kind of like why this is that that and we can't just let everybody have influence like that. But I mean, we did see that Adolf Hitler had a lot of influence, and you see what happened with that. That's a perfect example. I personally think that's why Kanye West bought up. Like Kanye West is like he's like a messenger. And I believe that's why he kept saying Hail Hitler, because I believe that a lot of the stuff that he does is very coded. And I believe that Kanye West knows what he's doing. I don't believe Kanye is crazy. I don't. I think that if they put him on medication, that can perhaps mess your head up. But I don't believe he crazy. I believe the reason why he bought that up is to show how some people's influence Some influential people can be obviously bad and just unorthodox, but people will still go along with it. People will still go along with it, even though it's harmful, even though it wasn't right. No, I do not believe in that. I do not believe in I don't like what Hitler did. I don't. Okay. But see, that's just like Edgar, not Edgar Casey, Kinsey of the Kinsey Institute. He literally raped thousands of newborn babies and children so that he could get sexual research on children. His books are even still available to purchase on Amazon. Back then, for some reason, his influence was so powerful that people didn't see it. Nobody bothered to say, hey, excuse me, how do you know all of this sexual information about these children? How did you come into that information? How'd that happen? So he would have had some kind of sexual experimentation. That's basically what he did. And there was a white lady, I can't ever think of her name, but she was like, hold on, this man is raping kids. And literally for like 20 or 30 years, this woman, every time you look up Kinsey, you see her because she's like, how can we? And here we are 30, 40, 50 years later as a society. And we like, damn, that was messed up that he did that. So somebody in just because they're influential don't mean that they right. So I believe that's why Kanye did that because he wanted people to wake up to say, okay, we got all this bad negative influence. Can't y'all see it? But some people will just go along with the get along, and you can't do that. Because if you just go along with the get along, then you stand for nothing. So I just don't I don't believe in that. I believe in sticking with your guns. I believe in doing what's right. And when stuff is obviously not right, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. That's what I always say to people when I see them doing something wrong. Well, you know that ain't right, right? And some people just be like, I don't care if it ain't right. Well, it just still ain't right. You know, this is the reason why I social distance, like Christian said. I'm like, no, because people the world can be very scary when people are and of course there's always an excuse, the devil. Oh, the devil made them do it, which technically it's probably not the devil. And we could say demons or either spirits. People always think demons. Listen, demons are way too busy for all that. They're doing more things. Spirits can invoke certain things in people too. So people be forgetting about spirit. Spirit, demon, two different things. So that's all I'm saying. Learn if you are incapable of having a rational thought to the point where it makes sense. You're saying things that make absolutely no sense. Something is wrong there. Something wrong with you when you're saying things that make absolutely no sense, that are nonsensical. Okay, that's almost like to me that's very scary when a person says, "Hey, don't put my name in that." No, you're a part of this. No, I am not. And I'm going to make sure that you have a lot of bad luck and bad karma if you continue to bring my name into that. I don't want nothing to do with that. And my energy ain't going into it either. I'm going to take all my energy back too. Thank you. I'll take that back because I don't sign off on that. If it's something I don't sign off on, That's just like I don't agree with it. I personally and professionally do not believe in sex work. Now, do that mean that I hate sex workers? No. But am I going to become a part of an association or a belief that believes in sex trafficking or trafficking yourself, whether or not you're being trafficked by yourself or someone else? Does that mean that I'm going to be a part of and invest my time and energy and money into a sex working ring? No. That means that I'm not going to want to have anything to do with it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't, that's just like me going into a group of people saying, hey, y'all doing sex work. Hey, I'm going to sign my name off on that. There you go. There you go. My name is signed on that. And no, because I don't support that for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons, right? That would be an obvious, especially if you look up my past self. I'm not gonna bring into who I was in the past life because a lot of people thought I was crazy when I said that I was, and that's why I felt like it was a mistake me revealing too much about self. You know what I'm saying? I should have came differently from that. But if you're somebody that remembers, if you remember the person that I am in a previous life, absolutely despised whorism, sex work, and and even sex outside of marriage. Despised it, didn't like it, had strong convictions. Okay. To the point where a couple of sex workers that was around her ended up floating in a pond. Okay. So, and I'm just not gonna like why do people and I think that people need validation. People need to feel better about the wrong that they're doing. No, you on your own with that. I don't have nothing to do with that. And I'm not gonna claim that I'm a part of that or agree with it or think that way or whatever, live that way. Or I feel that especially at our age, when if you're 30 something, 40 something, 50 something years old, it's time for you to make some positive changes in your life. Change is good. Change is difficult. It's hard, but it's good. Okay? Because we obviously see what happens when it comes to change. This is very difficult for a lot of people who had told themselves that there's no way that they can make any positive changes in their life. And then Jamila said, well, you can get this generational curse reversal remover and you'll be fine. It costs $1,500. And people said, I don't have $1,500. So that creates the cognitive dissonance in those people for them to say, okay, well, I've got to create a reality around where Jamila is wrong about what she's saying. So I have to make you wrong to suit me because I can't afford that. I can't afford to pay $1,500, which I mean, why it got to be why why does it have to be set in stone right now? You can't afford $1,500 later. Maybe you can do it later. Like now and later, okay? Well, the Christian, if they're doing stuff like that, there's no way that they could ever validate themselves. They have to make it seem like somebody else either wants to be a part of that. I've actually heard people say it. She loves this. Hold on, I love people spreading rumors about me and talking about me, and I love people that are attacking my kid. I love that. I love having my children be attacked. Who the hell? What is that? No, I don't. In fact, if I had any power and authority, really, like with the police, oh, it would have. Oh goodness. Mm-mm. And I think that it makes them feel better. I think it does. They have to feel better about what they're doing, which means that Obviously, you must be wrong for what you're doing, but you can't change it. So, because of your inability to change your behavior patterns, you have to say that somebody else is doing it with you. They don't want to be alone, they need a buddy. Okay. And some people, you don't need to listen to them spiritually. They can't, don't listen. Stop thinking that spiritual work don't ever go to somebody that is charging you a lower fee for spiritual work or spiritual advice, because here's what I don't like about it. I don't like it personally, because if you contend with that, I set the bar on spiritual work. I set the bar a lot on the pricing and everything. Okay. Because as you can see, there's some people whose prices either match mine, or they're a little bit more or a little bit lower. If you go to somebody that says, hey, I can make all your problems go away for $100, and you go, really? Right then and there, you're already compromised for you to even believe it. For you to even believe it, you're already compromised. That person's demons has already seduced you. Okay, I'll send you $100, and you're gonna make all my problems go away. Yeah, I'm gonna fix everything for $100, and then they get you $100. You've been duped, and then they probably go and buy some drugs with that money or something, or because what else can you buy besides drugs with $100? I mean, you may be able to pay your light bill with that, or your gas bill, but you know what I'm saying? like you can't trust everybody in the spiritual business. You can't. Okay. Now there are some things that I'll do or start on for $100, but it ain't you have to pay money for spiritual work. Because when we think of our pricing, we think of the materials. We think of the materials that we have to get. You want to get good quality materials, and you never know what spirit might say. You might have to get some John the Conqueror root or something. You never know. And we have to think about our labor and our time that it requires to put into it. So if a person is not charging you enough, that means that they're not doing anything. And they can't meditate and do that either. That's that a person cannot meditate and do that for you. That no, no, ain't no witch gonna ever tell you meditation is a part of it. Sometimes a couple of hours of meditation has to go into it. But some kind of physical movement is gonna be required for that work. Whether or not it's the setup, whether or not it's the setup and the cleanup and the time that it takes. So and I mean, I think it's all about discrediting the witches, but they're never going to be able to. So stop trying. It just doesn't make any sense, you guys. It really doesn't. So anyway, y'all, it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get up out of here. I do really believe that people are affected by that though, and I believe that the stuff that they do, and you know what, it sounds like they real ditzy too and dingy, just like they mind is gone. Like, what did you say? Like, well, I kind of believe that maybe people should be born with their heads turned around the other way. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, just any ignorant thing they can think of to say it. That's like I'm being sarcastic when I say that, but honestly, like I'm sorry, I can't with stuff like that. And you can tell because they be sounding real far off. And some people are so jealous and spiteful that they will not like I love it when people repeat what I say, because that lets me know that that person respects me. But there are some people, you'll say something and it'll be the truth. It'll make perfect sense. And it's been that way since the dawn of time, and ain't nothing gonna change. But that person will still say, no, 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 it's the complete opposite. And just because somebody that they didn't like said it. And I don't believe in miseducating people. I respect a person even if they don't like me, but they are given the correct information. And some people will just disagree because it's you, even though you may be saying something right. You ever see people like that? Just like, no, no, that's not true. Like right now, I'm burning a red and an orange candle. And somebody come in and say, I'll say, look at that red and that orange candle. They say that candle is not red or orange. Well, what color is it? It's purple and blue. No, it's not. It's red and orange. No, it's purple and blue. And I'm like, no, red and orange, purple and blue, purple and blue. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to have anybody around me that would do something like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just this weird, you guys. It is. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, guys, I will see y'all later. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe. By the way, speaking of generational curse reversals, I have room for 2 of you. So if you guys want to know how it feels to be generationally uncursed, schedule a consultation. The link to my website is below. Okay. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all later. Blessings. Bye bye.